Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chan. Let's get into some hot topics. Let's go. I really don't know where to start, but since Bell Collective is kind of hot in the streets right now, we'll just start right here. So, shout out to and congratulations to Akeisha Holly Cologne for having an executive producer credit in this film that she had gone to Atlanta that was going to premiere. It's called Mr. Santa. And Tommy Davidson is in it, and Jeffrey Owens is in it, and this is a really good look for her, right? This is kind of amazing. Shout out to Urban Bell. They picked up the Gucci story, the interview that I did with her, and I am in this article. Shout out to Here for High Tea. Her name was mentioned and the questions that she asked, and this is awesome. Although the reason that we had this interview was wild, but this is awesome. Thank you, Urban Bell. Let's keep going. Now, I know we all have seen this. Latrice is suing Marie Monroe. So Marie posted this because Latrice is here talking to Stormy. And she's saying how she's going to sue Marie for defamation of character. Now, we already knew this, right? Then I saw them together at Taste. And I was like, okay, so they're good, right? So why would she post this? So Marie posted this. Then we have this in Letitia Pearson's post. So this is Latrice and her husband, Letitia and Glenn, Marie and some Caucasian man, and Selena and Michael. So there's a new little igloo spot in Jackson, Mississippi, and they were having a date night. So are y'all not talking or are y'all talking? Let's move on. So Monique Samuels was on Dear Future Wifey podcast, right? And she was talking about her whole situation with her ex-husband. In this particular part, he was asking her how easy was it for her to file for divorce. And she took a very long time. And this is the reason I have no words in front of her, because she took a long time to answer. And she said it was really hard because she feel like she failed. She said she feel like she failed herself, her family, her marriage, her husband, her kids. And she also said she feel like she failed us because, she has this great marriage and it's black love and we need to see that. And she also talked about she has in the prenup, she gets no alimony and no child support. She said that she was working for Chris at first and she didn't think about taking the amount up every year because he gave her a fixed amount of what he would pay her. And she said she never thought about a divorce. And she was like, that was a real crazy situation because she did have enough money to purchase a home and stuff. But if she had gone up every year, she would have been in a little bit better place. That's a little tip. Let's keep rocking with these housewives. Now, this is the seating for Salt Lake City. There are only a few adjustments I would make. I would keep Angie, I would remove Lisa, and I would put either Mary or Bronwyn. More than likely Mary, because she has a better story than all the girls. Matter of fact, Mary is the only one with a real story. So it would be Angie on this side. It would be Mary over here. Then I would have Bronwyn to move up. And then I would put maybe Lisa over here and then everybody else where they go. Yeah, because I feel like Mary needs to be next to him. Lisa, why is Lisa next to Andy? But speaking of Mary, she was on Watch What Happens Live, and we found out that her son, Robert Jr., has gone to rehab, and he is out of rehab. She said he is doing great. She was very emotional. She did say that his wife or girlfriend is still in rehab. But she said Robert Jr. is like a new person. Now, I really, really hope and pray that that is true. I hope and pray that he goes to counseling. I hope that he stays on this path of rehabilitation, because I'm not saying Mary gave us everything this season. I want her to give us something else. I don't want her to have to give us what she gave us this season because it was good, but I'm glad that Robert Jr. did get some help. But she looks great. Let's keep going. What are y'all doing out there in New York? New York finding new ways to take our money. They have windshield boots, right? So they put this on the windshield because I guess people not paying attention to it being on the wheel. And the only way you can get it off is if you go ahead and pay like the down payment. I think it's like $200 and then whatever it is. So the barnacles have GPS tracking. So if the driver leaves, they can find them. And the benefit of the barnacle is that it has a QR code on it. And the driver scans the QR code, pays the fine plus a $200 deposit online. And the website gives you a code. Type the code into the keypad and the barnacle, and it's deactivated immediately. But y'all, it's stuck to the car. Like, it's like suction to the car, so it's not going to come off. How y'all doing out there? That is wild. What else is wild is this, New York. Blue Cross Blue Shield will no longer cover anesthesia for full length of certain surgeries in Connecticut, New York, and Missouri. So in order to save money, they are given a time limit for when anesthesia can be used. And if it's more time that's needed, it's going to have to come out of your pockets. And they're talking against it because they're saying that there are going to be people who can't afford it. And then there are going to be situations where surgeries are rushed. What part of the game is this? Like, who is messing with this? So this decision comes amidst a backdrop of ongoing debates about healthcare costs and insurance coverage in the United States. Right? That is a lot. And the ASA has called it an unprecedented move that could jeopardize patient safety by potentially leading to undertreatment or rush procedures due to financial constraints. That is certifiably insane. But right down here, it said it's not for all surgeries, just some surgeries. But any surgery, that's scary. Y'all, we got to get it together. So, Marlo and Sanya from the Real Housewives of Atlanta have a podcast, right? So Marlo is catching some flack because she's talking about how Portia only wanted Simon was for the money. And the people were giving it to her. Like, girl, Marlo, they said you would have done it too, but Marlo said that she wouldn't have because Simon was not her type. He was married to Marsha, his wife, and he had always been that dude to have money like that. But now if all Sanya and Marlo going to do is sit up here and recycle things that we talked about, y'all can go ahead and get off this internet. Because we don't want to hear that. We already know why Portia married Simon. We know why you mess with the man you mess with. And Sanya still giving me the Sahara Desert. I can't. If this all y'all going to talk about, y'all get off here and let somebody who can do it. Let's keep going. Where the congratulations are in order for Lizzo, a judge dismisses several claims in lawsuit against Lizzo and tour company. Lizzo caught a lot of flack back here from her dancers and people like that. Said she was a mean person. She was extremely inappropriate. And, we haven't heard from Lizzo in a hot second. She just started coming back around. She's lost a lot of weight. She looks fantastic. But this is a win for her. How do you feel about the Lizzo situation? Honey, this Brian Thompson story is getting so wild. So after I talked about it yesterday, come to find out, Brian and his wife have been separated. They live like miles apart from each other in $1 million homes apiece. And I'm guessing she has the boys or whatever. So, like, what is that really about? This is coming from the New York Post. And honey, they said it's unclear when did they split, but Paulette, who's 51 years old, she kept her husband out of her biography at the Park Nicollet Health Services Clinic in Minneapolis, right? She is a physical therapist. So she didn't even name her husband like as her emergency contact. Then she said this down here: I love spending time with my two boys and taking them to all their activities. She wrote about her personal life. I also love boating, spending time with family and friends, playing piano, biking, and traveling. So now we know her activities, but why are you not with your husband, ma'am? Well, why were you not with him? Yeah, but this had me shook. I think I would have more emotion if I was talking about somebody that lived across from me, right? This is what she told Fox 9 when she found out about Brian's passing away. Brian was an incredibly loving, generous, talented man who truly lived life to the fullest and touched so many lives. Most importantly, Brian was an incredible, loving father to our two sons and would be greatly missed. That's it. Paulette really don't see it for Brian. She don't really have nothing for him, and I wonder what that's all about. It's your girl, Millie Shine. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.